You don't care for me, do you? That's what Rihanna allegedly said to ASAP Rocky in the Sprinter van right after the Met Gala in front of the TMZ cameras. And it only got worse from there, you guys. But here's what nobody's talking about. The fight didn't start in the van. It started, allegedly, inside the Met Gala, and the sources are now spilling all the hot tea from behind the scenes. Hey YouTube family, welcome back to the channel, Celebrity Scandalust. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. If you're new here, welcome to the group chat. Hit that like button, share the love, and let's get into the mess. So in case you missed it, TMZ caught Rihanna and ASAP Rocky in the back of their Sprinter at the Met Gala, and the vibe was not couple in love after a fashion event. The vibe was more, you sleeping on the couch tonight, okay? The whole scene looked intense. The footage went viral, and of course, a professional lip reader named Nicola Hickling was asked to break down exactly what was said. Now, this is what she's saying, and baby, she did not hold back. You can go to Instagram and check out her credentials if you need to, because I did. She said, according to her analysis, Rihanna started with, "You don't care for me, do you?" And ASAP responded with, and I'm quoting here, "Are you for real? You're crazy." And then the fight escalates. ASAP says, "I'm done here." Rihanna fires back, "You're done. I'm done. I'm tired. Now you're done. You can drop me." I don't know what she meant by "you can drop me." Did she mean you can drop me off at the hotel? Did she mean you can, it's over? Like, I don't get that part. But anyway, if y'all get it, explain it in the comments, please. Then a body language expert weighed in and said Rihanna's eye contact was intense and searing, and that the way her chin was pushed forward, it indicated her pride was hurt. She wanted answers and not excuses. She wasn't there for the deflection. Now, this is what a body expert is saying. And then, of course, their reps tried to explain it to TMZ, saying, they were just exhausted and running on empty after a long day. And that could be true, or maybe that's just a PR explanation. But either way, something was off and started that fight, and sources are leaking what they believe happened. They're pointing to the clips from inside the Met Gala that people overlooked initially, where we can actually see Rihanna getting visibly angry with ASAP, and it tells the whole story. So inside the gala, cameras caught Rihanna kind of giving ASAP that side-eye look. Ladies, we all know that side-eye. Like, we're not trying to be obvious, because you up in some woman's face. We can see and hear you talking, but Ninja, I see you, and you can best believe we're going to talk about it as soon as we get by ourselves. Have y'all ever been there? He's kikiing all up in that woman's face, and the lady, her name is Giovanna Engelbert. She's some Swarovski, whatever lady. I don't give a damn who she is. She had the nerves to be rubbing up on him. Did y'all see that? Like, girl, keep your hands to yourself. You know, ladies, we get territorial, don't we? I can see Riri is trying to stay calm. You know she wants to get your ass over here through them clenched teeth. You can see Rihanna looking out the corner of her eye. And, you know, I mean, she's probably getting heated every second. And then it was reported that Tyla was in that same little area, like off to the side, and that Rocky had given her a little too much attention too. So remember Tyla just came out and said she felt awkward after her interaction with Rihanna at the gala. She said she went up to Rihanna and said, "Hey," and Rihanna told her, "My baby daddy's calling me," and walked off. Tyla said she felt like maybe Rihanna was just busy. But sources are now saying, no, it wasn't that Rihanna was busy. It was just that ASAP had been a little too friendly with Tyla. And when Tyla came over to say hi, Rihanna was just not in the mood to be cordial. So that snub wasn't about Tyla. Allegedly, it was just Tyla got caught in the crossfire. And they're saying it was also because Rihanna felt that ASAP was getting a little bit too cozy with other women. Now, I have to be fair here, because this is what the streets are saying, and it's a rumor. This is all rumor, gossip, conjecture, all of that, right? It's a lot of allegedly. But this is what folks are whispering. Let's not pretend ASAP Rocky doesn't have a reputation. This man has been public about the fact that he loves attractive women. He's talked about it in his interviews. He's leaned into the lover boy persona his entire career. And then there have been the rumors over the years that he's not always been faithful or fully locked down. But with Rihanna giving main girl energy, she ain't playing these games with him when it comes to her man. All that flirty behavior, she's not going to let it slide, especially not at a public event with cameras everywhere. Just a few months ago, you guys remember we saw Rihanna walk up to him while ASAP was in some lady's face. Remember, he was kind of talking, and then she kind of walked up with a stern look. And then, you know, kind of like, I think he left the conversation and walked over with her. But we know there's something going on. It's like you getting a little too friendly with these women. And here's the thing. ASAP had called Rihanna his diamond on the red carpet earlier that night, right? He was all lovey-dovey, all praises, all family energy. And then 20 minutes later in the Sprinter van, she's saying, "You don't care for me, do you?" You know, these celebrities' relationships are never what they project to us publicly. I mean, look at Meg and Clay. Perfect example. These celebrity relationships should never be a couple goals, because they really aren't. That wasn't a woman who had just had a long day. That was a woman who had been holding something in all night. So let's make it all make sense. The story that broke about Rihanna offering to pay this man to stay home and be a stay-at-home dad, it ain't sounding so romantic anymore. It's more like she wants to pay him to stay at home to keep his ass out of the faces of other women. That's what I'm getting. Remember, just days before the Met Gala, there were reports that Rihanna had offered ASAP Rocky a salary, a paycheck to stop working, to stop touring, and to scale back his career, and to stay at home with their kids. You know, that original story sounded sweet, like a boss move, but it sounds like it's more to it than that. After everything we've seen just at the Met Gala, that story hits differently now. What if it's not about Rihanna trying to keep the family together, but it's more about keeping ASAP out of situations? She's trying to keep her man away from environments where his old habits could resurface and possibly break up their family. Think about it. They have 3 children together. Rihanna is in her mommy era. She's building a family. She may be feeling like he's not fully locked in, and he's not pouring everything into their home and children like she is. And that can be hurtful. That "you don't care about me" energy makes complete sense now. So this is what I'm thinking. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky walk into the Met Gala looking absolutely stunning. She's wearing $115,000 worth of jewels. He's calling her his diamonds. Cameras are loving them. But inside, the energy shifts. She watches him work the room with other women. She notices the energy with Giovanna Engelbert. That's what people are saying. She noticed the energy with Tyla, and that's when all the side eye starts happening. She gets short with Tyla, not because of Tyla, but because she's already in her feelings. They get in the Sprinter, the cameras catch them, and what's been building up all night finally comes out. "You don't care for me, do you?" Their team says that they were just tired. Maybe, but tired people don't use those exact words, right? Tired people don't say "you can drop me." That's someone who is emotionally done with a specific moment, if not something bigger. Now, are Rihanna and ASAP Rocky breaking up? I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that. Are they in a full-blown crisis? I don't know that either. But I do think something real is happening behind the scenes, you guys. And I think the salary offer, the side eye, the Tyla snub, and the Sprinter argument are all little flames that could ignite a bigger fire, you guys. So question of the day, do you think ASAP Rocky was out of pocket at the Met Gala or just being social as part of his job? And do you think Rihanna's salary offer was really about the kids or keeping him close? Y'all, please like the video, hype the video, and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.